I'm not scared, Anica. Did you hear that? Anica, you're okay. I turned this on. And I was just about to tell you that as I was about to turn it on, there's a really like flash of light, like, which I assumed was lightning. Now I know. And that like scared me. And then now Charlie's scared. Oh my gosh, that was scary. I didn't know it was gonna storm, but I said it was gonna rain, and we were gonna get a little bit first, and then probably a little more later. And I brought Xena in, and it started to rain when I brought Xena in. That's not what this video is about, obviously, but excuse me, but that's happening. And I wanted to vlog before, I wanted to do this video. Sorry. I have like, I was eating some melted Blizzard. But anyway, I wanted to make this video before I put Anica to bed so I could show you Anica. She's kind of trying to soothe herself, and she's hungry and tired, and after I do this, I'll probably make her a bottle and go upstairs to feed her and put her to bed. But as the title suggests, this is Anica. I'm gonna kind of give an update on Anica's 4-month, like do a 4-month update. I did updates for Gwen. Maybe I didn't do every month. I don't remember when I started, or I'll have to look back. But anyway, that's not important here. But I haven't done any updates yet on Anica yet. I just said yet twice. Any updates yet on Anica yet? It always annoys me when people do that in like text when they're writing things. There's a thing like that. Anyway, it's not important. So Anica, 4 months. Something that's really exciting, and I keep hearing in the back of my mind like that I shouldn't compare. I don't want to compare, especially like outward, like to people, and be like, oh, so this girl did this, but this girl didn't do this, and this girl did this, but this girl did better. It's not that and when I'm going to, in the things that I'm going to say, I don't want it to sound like I think more highly of Anica or anything like that, or that I'm like more proud of her, or that she's better than Gwen, objectively, but it's just sad. That's also a thing. But I think she'll be okay. She's starting to get better at soothing herself. That's one of the things. But a big thing, and I might as well go ahead and mention this part, because it's kind of what I'm referring to. A big thing with Anica, especially this past month, actually like in this past week, it was like today's Friday, and she just turned 4 months old today. I don't remember what day it was. Last week, sometime. I think it was like Sunday, maybe. And then Monday, or Saturday and Sunday. 2 days, in a row. The first day she rolled from her back to her belly, and the day after that she rolled from her belly to her back, each for the first time. So that was super cool. So that happened at 3 months. That just happened. Just super exciting. Gwen rolled, and so Anica rolled from her back to her belly first. When Gwen was younger, she rolled from her belly to her back first. And she did that at 4 months old, which I think is about average. I looked up and they roll at like 4 or 5 months old. I looked it up because somebody else that I know has a baby, and they were rolling, and I was a little concerned. I knew that Gwen had done it late, or at least done the second of the 2 late, but I didn't know if Anica was like late or if the other one was early. And I think around this age it can kind of be whatever. It can kind of like, they don't have to do it at a certain month. Some babies will do it earlier and some will do it later, and it's not going to make any difference in the long run. But anyway, the other baby that I was rolling, and he's a month and a half younger than Anica. He was already rolling before Anica was. Not super long, maybe like a month before, but he's maybe not even that long. I don't know. But he's younger than she is, and so I think he just did it early because it said 4 to 5 months they roll, and she was almost 4 months when she rolled. So I think they're both kind of average. But Gwen, she rolled from her belly to her back first at 4 months. And that was mainly because she hated being on her belly. Anica doesn't like it too much either. In fact, she'll roll from her back to her belly and not be able to roll. I don't know if she just can't or if she just gets too mad to want to do it. But she won't. She'll just get stuck on her belly and she'll get mad. She'll roll onto her belly and she'll get mad. Right now she's just mad. She's on her back. But she's just mad. Because she's tired and hungry. But yeah, Gwen rolled from her belly to her back first, and that was at 4 months. And then she didn't roll from her back to her belly until she was marked at 10 months. So I have like a note in my phone. So Anica did it at 3 months, Gwen did it at 10 months. And I'm not saying that Anica's better than Gwen because of that. But what that tells me is, so far at least, Anica seems to be on track physically and developmentally in the physical realm. I don't know how her cognitive stuff is yet. I'm not even completely sure with Gwen. We do know that she's kind of behind. This isn't about Gwen, but I'm comparing just for the sake of like seeing if Anica is also behind or if she's kind of on track. And so far, at least physically, she seems to be on track. Again, I don't really know cognitively yet because we didn't really. The first thing we suspected was with Gwen was her physical stuff, and we didn't really think about it until like 6, 7, 8 months old. Oh, we're gonna hear some more thunder in a minute. I just saw lightning. You might have saw it behind me too. So that's good. She's rolling both ways, especially from her back to her belly. She seems to do that easiest because she gets mad and she rolls on her side and sometimes slips under her belly. Now it's not a good example. She's so bad. And I am gonna get her after this video, but I want to get through this. She's been a lot happier for the most part. In fact, in the morning, it's starting to get kind of, well, she's sleeping longer. I've been trying to move her. I had her bedtime at 10, which is kind of what I made Gwen's, or like first time I gave her a bedtime, it was at 10. And I'm trying to kind of move it up to 8, where Gwen's bedtime is. Right now it's kind of somewhere between 8 and 9, usually 9 at the latest, unless we get home after 9. So it's like 8:37 now, so there's that. But in the morning, she doesn't wake up. She doesn't wake up during the night, really. Well, not for very long if she does. And usually I don't hear her until like 7 something, around 7:30, 7:30. And I'm still kind of like unsure whether I should let her just kind of like fuss and stuff until 8. Like I usually, even if Gwen's awake, I won't get her out of bed until 8. Although last couple of days, last week or so, she's been sleeping until, Gwen has been sleeping until after 9. Hold on. Come here. Oh, it's a baby. Oh, it's a baby. Okay, I'm gonna do the rest of it like this. Okay. So she's been a lot better in the morning. I probably shouldn't move too much because she's been a lot better in the morning. And she sleeps through the night, so that's really good. What else? She's happier during the day. Because I've been putting her to bed earlier, she doesn't scream as long in the evening, because I think part of the reason she was screaming because she was hungry, but I was trying to wait, and she was tired, but I was trying to wait. So that's kind of been solved a little bit, and now I think she mainly cries. She'll cry a lot of times when I leave the room, but she'll be happier when I come back, so I think it's just because I'm leaving the room. And she can just be happy on the floor for the most part. She really likes watching Gwen already, especially if Gwen's paying attention to her or Gwen is close. She'll kind of watch Gwen, just kind of stare at her and stuff. It's super cute. What else? But yeah, she'll just lay there and kind of be happy. She loves to grab things like, and it's lightning in a bunch. Lightning in a bunch. There it is. Update during a storm. It's really raining now. You might be able to hear the rain. What was I gonna say? She, oh yeah, she'll grab like her burp cloth. She likes to grab that, or blankets, or any like cloth that's near her. I've tried putting some toys in her hand, and she'll hold those for a little bit, but she really likes different like cloth and stuff to hold and like bring to her mouth and stuff, or she'll try to bring my hand to her mouth. She kind of puts her hand on the bottle when I'm feeding her. But she isn't really holding it regularly yet. My parents showed me a picture where she was holding it. I think they had like put her hands on there and like got her to hold it and stuff. And I don't know how long that lasted, but that's cool that she did that. But she's not doing it regularly. She's doing really good with holding her head up. She really likes the bumbo seat down there. Gwen, we tried to put her in it. We just started doing it with Anica maybe a month ago. Gwen, we tried to put her in it 2 or 3 times when she was little, and she hated it. She's like screamed like bloody murder as soon as we put her in it, and we're just like, okay, she's not gonna like that. She didn't really like sitting up, in that at least, and Anica prefers to be sitting up. Look at that cute baby. She's got a lot of cradle cap. I don't know if you can see it in this video or not, but I've been trying to deal with that because there's a lot. We're not sure if her hair is going to be blonde or red. Maybe it'll be darker, but right now we're thinking either blonde or red. Yeah, I'm just going to have that be a quick update so I can I'm going to go and get her ready for bed. But the biggest thing is that she seems to be on track physically so far compared to Gwen. It was hard to know with Gwen at the time because she was my first. I didn't really have another baby of my own to compare her to. But she seems to be on track physically, which is super exciting. She's rolling, which is super exciting. Alright, anyway, I am going to end this video here. Sorry, it's been kind of crazy. She's been crying a lot, but I wanted to make sure I got it done.